Earthlings, aliens, and other miscellaneous life forms, and welcome to Planet Moonstar. I, of course, am MX Moonstar. Today is all about a presentation, which is about a space biome that we designed together in Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Now, this is just for funsies, it's not real, and it's not to be taken seriously, okay? So let's get started. So, why we need a space biome in Hello Kitty Island Adventure? Now, this isn't necessarily why we need a space biome in Hello Kitty Island Adventure. This is just showing off what has been made, essentially. Now, I'm not good at drawing, so please don't judge me too harshly for that. I'm having to learn how to draw again with a visual impairment, which is quite hard. So, results of the polls. So, poll 1 of 1 was the nulls. You guys picked alien nulls, but at the time I was actually designing the nulls, it was 50-50, so I made both of them. And timed mini games, it had the beam thing as the first answer, which was the most voted answer, so I did that one. But I realised that a lot of you had picked the meteorite one, so I implemented that one as well. And then part 3 of 4, how do you want to complete island challenges? Well, you chose a jetpack, and to be honest, I think that's amazingly cool. And 4 out of 4 was what cooking machine you wanted. So you guys picked both options in one. So those are a cupcake machine and a sweets machine. Now here's what the menu would look like. I did have another version of this menu, but the game updated and then it changed. So let's change it. But yeah, that's the logo. And then here's the loading screen. I made majority of the things myself. I got some elements off of Canva and I kind of put them all together to make something that's pretty similar to what we've got in game. Okay, so here are our beautiful nulls, and I've just realised the top of their heads have been chopped off. Oh no, oh well. Basically, you're not missing out on much, they just have curly antennae. So, the nulls here are a bit unique, but they still have the essence of what makes a null a null. So let's move on. So here we go, here's the fish in this new biome. So we have a crescent bling ray, because they're sparkly, get it? Then we have a honey soul, which is related to the summer soul. Then we have a football starfish. The football starfish is like a pun, because, a football star is a thing, and this is a football fish, and it has a star on it, so it's a football starfish. Then we have the rainbow shark, and this shark is only available during rainbow rain weather event only. Yes guys, we have a new weather event. So here are some of the other critters. So you can grab yourself a striped sting dragon. Then we have a night dragon. I was thinking of calling it a nightshade dragon, just to be kind of cool and stuff, I guess. Then we have a honey toad, who's literally a bottle of honey, but they're also a toad. Then we have the rainbow rain dragon, who is only available during the weather event. And then we have my favourite out of all of them, Miss Berry Bean, who is obviously based off of the lady bean that you get on Mount Hothead. So here's your map key. We've got mailboxes, puzzles, challenges, mini games, visitor cabins, flower patches. Okay, you can see that there's 3 different shapes, and these 3 different shapes are what the planet is. So we have the first bit of the planet, which is the shape of a bear's head, and on this bit you'll have the plaza, which is home to the visitor houses, and you will also have the observatory. And there's some ponds, there's some flower patches, and there's a bunch of island challenges. There's 2 of them actually. Then you can take a little rocket over to the next bit, similarly to how you take the cloud cart on Cloud Island. Then you go across to the 2 mini games. Can you see the 2 ticket things? They're the mini games. There's 2 mini games, like I said earlier. And there's also 2 mailbox locations here, and there's also the Baratopia Glittery Grotto, sorry. And then there is the Baratopia Space Station. So this place is called Baratopia. The name could be anything else, I just couldn't really think of a name. I didn't want to call it Birth or Birth because I didn't want to give you a clue as to who this character might be that lives here. One of them at least. The Critter Observatory is on the Bear Head, the Plaza's on the Bear Head, and then the third planet, down at the bottom, is one that's like pancakes with honey on them. I know it doesn't really look like that. I'm not really good at drawing backgrounds and maps and stuff. This is just proof of concept, really. It's just to get my idea out, basically. There's an arcade, which I didn't really get a chance to flesh out as much as I like. And then there is also the Sweet Stop, which is where you're going to get your food from. There's an island challenge and there's 2 mailboxes. Okay, now here is your Beartopia Sweet Stop. This is where you will get all your yummy things on Beartopia. There's pancakes, there's sweets, there's rocket lollies, there's cakes, there's pancakes, there's all sorts of bits. And I think you probably would have seen, but the knoll that was behind there, yeah, the knoll actually runs the thing. You just tell the knoll what you want, and the knoll will make it for you. We're going to move on to mini games now. So, yeah. So this is where the first mini game is, which is the Beartopia Space Station, and you have to beam up robot nulls. And the flying saucer was from Animal Crossing, by the way, in case you were curious. Okay, so this minigame is called the Beartopia Meteor Mash, and it's basically like a big arena. I was thinking like maybe the rock smashing game in Pocket Camp. It'd be a bit like that. And basically meteors come at you, and then you get your pickaxe and you have to destroy them before they hit you, obviously, and the more you get, the better you do and stuff like that. Okay, so these are some of the prizes you can get. So CDs, plushies of everyone. I thought that would be a really, really cute thing to have in game, is like plushies of everyone, like collectibles. That'd be like so cute. And then you can also get Beartopia Sweet Stop dishes as well. Now here's what the observatory would look like. So basically it's a big dome, and it's got all the critters hopping around and doing their thing essentially. And yeah, so the dome is actually the bear's nose, which I thought was kind of cool. So here's the glittery grotto. I know it looks atrocious. I know. I am so sorry. The Beartopia Glittery Grotto, where you'll get collectibles and find puzzle rooms inside. You would have to get the space rover from one of the end of the puzzle room to the other end. But for your first puzzle room, you'd have to actually acquire the rover. You'd have to get the space rover from one end of the puzzle room to the other, but you'd have to get it down from high up first to use it in the other puzzle rooms first. And I think the first room would be called like something like Rover Rescue, because you gotta rescue the rover, okay? And the prizes for completing the 3 puzzle rooms would be your very own rover that you could like control and you could walk around in. Now, the Beartopia Arcade. I did not get a chance to flesh this out as much as I wanted to, but it's basically a bit like Tortimer's Island in New Leaf, where you get to play mini games in multiplayer. Right, now collectibles. So, in the Glittery Grotto, you'll be able to acquire any of these collectibles. Now, what do you do with them? So, you can make crystal candles, or you can make crystal plushies, which I thought was kind of cool. Now, here's all about the weather event. So, you get crystals from finding the chest of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's basically based off of the thing that if you go to the end of the rainbow, you might find a pot of gold. But this is a pot of, well, it's a chest, not really a pot. But it's a golden chest with a little rainbow on it. And then you can use the crystals to purchase Rainbow Rain furniture from Micabell's and Sam's shop. Now, the Rainbow Rain quests. How do you get Rainbow Rain? What do you need to do? So, Choco Cat explains they've been trying to stop a certain character from playing with a machine that looks a lot like an aquafaller, but it is rainbow coloured instead of blue. Choco Cat has a spare rainstone to try, but it doesn't work. This character then says he found some plans, but drew all over them, so Choco Cat needs a day to decipher the plans. The next day rolls around, and Choco Cat has the plans all ready for you. You make the Rainbow Rainstone and put it into the machine. Now, anywhere on Friendship Island and beyond will now get the Rainbow Rain. Rainbow Rain is rarer than most other types of weather events, but you can trigger it once a week with another Rainbow Rainstone. It will look like colourful rain and will be sunny, similar to how I think Ooblets does it, but there will be like rainbows like on the ground that you could like follow to the other side and see if there's a chest there as well. And there might be like some rainbows in the sky as well, just for like, you know, added effect stuff. Okay, so yeah, here was just some ideas for some furniture. I thought the rainbow crystal Karomi statue was kind of cool. Just something fun, you know, and a giant rainbow crystal cluster. I thought that would look gorgeous. Rainbow crystal clothing ideas. So I thought the magical girl suit was kind of cool. Cool idea. Now for the island challenges, you'll have to use a jetpack instead of running. And then here are all the different foods you can get. So these are images I got off of Google. So we've got like fruit rockets, we've got space cupcakes. One thing I didn't include on here because I couldn't find the right kind of image. I wanted like bear pancakes with like honey on them. I couldn't really find anything like that. But yeah. Okay, so flowers. So there is one new type of flower grows here, default, and it's called a moonflower, and indigo is its default color, and it has a sparkly pattern as its default pattern. Characters. Okay, so who are you gonna meet in Berrytopia? Connie! Basically, milk for lactose intolerant people. Their companion ability gives you a chance to fish up more fish at once. I wanted to give them an ability that I would like in game personally, because I thought this would help with the fishing wow a lot as well. Then they really like the sparkly art set, and they give you actual sparkles and stuff. And yeah, this is the friendship thing. I made most of this myself. The only bit I don't think I made was this heart and these two tags. But yeah, let's move on. He first appeared in the 2023 web series Karomi's Pretty Journey, where he met Karomi whilst looking for his parents. His drawings can depict future events. I thought this was really cool because there's like mention of time travel in this game and stuff like that, and I thought that would be like really cool. Okay. Now for the friendship rewards. So these are all the different things you can get. There are a bunch of things you can get. If you want to read them all, you can pause. Now here is our second character. Historians will say Goo and Pom Pom were roommates and nothing more. Because I feel like these two would like get along so well. But I know Pom Pom has macaron, so this is more sense. This is a joke, really. It's not really like real or anything. His companion ability gives you a better chance at winning better prizes in minigames. And his favourite thing is honey pancakes. He gives you honey in a jar. And his companion ability is called Berry Lucky, which I thought was kind of cool. So he's Goo, and he's a Kumalian. I guess that's bear, an alien, I'm guessing. Now here are all of Goo's friendship rewards. And then Goo is a curious and lazy bear who loves to eat, especially his favourite food, honey-filled pancakes. He has been described as gluttonous. He's a little eccentric, but he has a good and honest heart. So these are all honey items you get during befriending Goo, leveling him up. I thought it would be really cool to have like in-game, to have different like cabin skins that you could customize the cabins with. I think that's the only thing Hello Kitty Island Adventure is really missing, is some sort of like way we can really make our islands different from one another. That would be really cool if we could do something like that. So here are all the visitors. Now these guys, I think Peta Minal. Do you know I practiced this, yeah? And I can't. I sat here for 10 minutes and I can't. But look at the third one on the end. Look, just so cute with a little tongue. Oh, I'd love them walking around my island. Absolutely love it. So here are all the visitor tab thingy bobs. So yeah, I made these myself, obviously, but you know, I thought it'd be cool to have them all separated rather than together. And then just for funsies, I put the Space Saga universe in here, just for fun. Okay, so meeting Connie. How do you get to Berrytopia? Well, Lala and Kiki have been hearing strange sounds coming from the sky, so they send you and Chococat. Why has that auto-corrected to chocolate? Anyway, so you go on a 3-day quest to find where the sounds are coming from. Day 1, you hear the sounds of Connie crying during a cutscene, but if the crying is too distressing, you could swap it for cutting cardboard and drawing sounds. So when you do find him, he's making like a cardboard rocket ship to go and find his parents. But anyway, so you hear this strange noise and you devise a crafting plan with Chococat to make a rocket to travel into the sky. But Chococat needs a day to work on it because it is actually rocket science, guys. Day 2, you gather the materials needed. For example, now this isn't like, you know, set in stone or anything, but just an example. You need 50 iron ingots, 50 mechanisms, 50 magma blooms. Give the materials to Chococat and then a fade to black happens and then you're on Cloud Island with the rocket. You then travel in space with Chococat and Kiki and Lala to find the source of the crying to be on a nearby planet, but the sound stops when you land on the planet. And now you've got access to Baritopia, you can go and activate the mailboxes, but you can't use the rockets until the next day when Chococat's had like a chance to actually make more rockets in order to navigate the planet. Right, so day 3, Kiki comes to find you and tells you he can hear the sounds again, but because of the rocket makes a lot of noise, he suggests that you use the mailbox to teleport over there instead. Once there, you sneak around and find the source of the sound to be Connie. So let's move on. Space Sweets Quest. Connie tells you that they are craving some sweets. So after that quest, you obviously get introduced to Connie and you learn that he's just trying to find his parents and stuff, you know. And then you're able to gift him and stuff, and then you can unlock the Space Sweets quest. So Connie tells you they're craving some sweets, but there's nothing like that on this planet. So you both decide to go and ask Pom Pom what to do. He suggests restoring the sweets stop that he found walking around one day. Connie gets excited and wants to go ask Chococat for help. Chococat gladly agrees and he helps makes the plan for restoring the Space Sweet stop. After gathering the materials you need, you give them to Chococat and he says he needs a day to sort it all out. Meeting Goo. Connie explains that they have seen more and more puddles of honey turning up everywhere, and Connie asks for your help to find out why. Upon investigation, you find out that there are footprints embedded in them. You both decide to follow the footprints, which lead you to the broken space station, and Goo trying to figure out what happened here. After talking with Goo, you find out that Connie had actually unknowingly broke the space station and it's no longer functional because of that. Goo says that they need to do some research to find out what's the best way to fix it, and it might take some time to do. Also, it turns out Goo just had a hole in his honey jars. That's why there was more honey than usual all over the place. Now, level 3 friendship with Goo, you can now actually restore the space station. It turns out this is Goo's home and he offers for Connie to stay with him so Connie doesn't have to be alone anymore. The space station unlocks a brand new minigame. In order to do this though, you need the following. You need like 50 iron ingots, mechanisms, and 100 wooden blocks. You give the materials to Goo and Chococat comes along to help out. Once the quest is completed, you can play the minigame as much as you want. And there we go, folks. That is the end of the PowerPoint. I hope you enjoyed. And that was so much fun to do. I'm going to be moving on to different projects now. I'm moving on to one with Animal Crossing, but it's still related to Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I have been MX Moonstar, you've been amazing folks, and ta-ta!